as proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
Robert Downey Jr.
New mask. Same task. Dude. Oh, it's good to be back.
Yo, what is up everybody? This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot, back again with another video, and today I wanted to talk about something that, well, I know that I'm late, talking about this topic, but I just thought I'd give my opinion on it anyways. But in case for those who don't know, I'm about to talk about one of the biggest news, if not the biggest news that we got from this year's San Diego Comic-Con, which is that we got an official title for Avengers 5, and it's going to be called Avengers Doomsday, and it's confirmed that Doctor Doom is going to be the villain. And Doctor Doom is one of the characters that a lot of people have been wanting to see for years, and now finally we're getting Doctor Doom in the MCU. But there is more though. They also revealed on who's going to play Doctor Doom, and at first I thought this was a joke, or maybe they're trolling or something, but no, this is for real. The actor that they got playing Doctor Doom is Robert Downey Jr. Yes, the same guy who has played Iron Man for years, from the first Iron Man film that came out in 2008 all the way to Avengers Endgame, and died, by the way. And now he is back in the MCU, and he has now went from hero to villain. And I have mixed feelings about this. Now, the first thing I thought of was that quote in Dark Knight, that you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
But does that count here? Because he did die. I mean, at least the character died, but I don't know. But anyways. But before I get more into that, for those who don't know, back in 2022 in San Diego Comic-Con, it was announced that Kang the Conqueror was originally, the setup to be the villain for Avengers 5, which was titled Avengers Kang Dynasty, and Avengers 6 was going to be titled Avengers Secret Wars. And he was going to be, the next big bad / a Thanos level threat. But the actor who played Kang, Jonathan Majors, due to his conviction of domestic violence back in 2023, which I'm not going to go too deep into that, but what we know about that case, that situation was pretty wild, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, he was fired by Disney and Marvel Studios, and the title Avengers Kang Dynasty was changed to just Avengers 5, and they were no longer using Kang as the villain for the film, or using him as like the next Thanos for the MCU. And we still don't know what they're going to do with Kang, or even if he has a feature in the MCU, and so it still remains uncertain. And I hope they do bring him back, because I like the character, and I thought he was interesting. And I mean, the least they could have done was recast him, but it is what it is. And now we got Doctor Doom, who is replacing Kang, and he's going to be the villain for the new film. And by the way, Avengers 6 is still called Secret Wars, like that hasn't changed. And again, Doom is going to be played by Robert Downey Jr. and the Russo brothers are coming back to direct this film, and these are the guys that directed Captain America the Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. So all this, initially sounds like exciting news, right? But now that everything is calmed down, while I'm still excited for this, I'm also, concerned on how they're going to handle Doom. Now, this isn't the first time that we had, an actor playing two different characters that takes place in the same universe. Like the first thing that came to mind was Brandon Routh coming back as Superman for one of the crossover episodes for the DC CW universe, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Because he was already playing a character in that universe as a Ray Palmer, aka the Atom, and a Brandon Routh Superman was from another universe, and though he looked a lot like Ray, they were just two different people. Like, there was no connection there. So could this be Doctor Doom from another universe, and he just happens to look like Tony Stark? Is he a Doctor Doom variant, and we're eventually going to get the real Doctor Doom, kind of like what they did with the Mandarin when we had the fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3, and eventually we got the real one in Shang-Chi? I mean, I know that's not exactly the same, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Or is this actually Tony Stark, but from another universe where he becomes Doctor Doom? Could this be a Tony Stark variant? Now, these two characters have a long history in the comics, and just to name a few, there was one comic where Doctor Doom and Tony Stark switched bodies. There is one where Doctor Doom actually takes up the mantle as Iron Man, and there's one in another universe where Tony, actually becomes evil. And much like Doctor Doom, he has, the silver armor, the green cloak. He was pretty much, Doctor Doom in that universe. So there's a lot of material there that they can use or draw some inspiration from. And this casting has got, mixed reactions. Like, you got one side that's all for this, they're excited that, Robert Downey Jr. is back in the MCU. And you got the other side that are not too happy about this, saying things like, why not give another actor a shot? And, is this going to take away from the character of Doctor Doom? And is this going to take away from the death of Tony Stark? And I get both sides. And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now, because I'm not gonna lie, it is exciting that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the MCU, but at the same time, why did they not cast somebody else to play the role? I mean, it is concerning, but I am intrigued though, and I'm going to keep an open mind. And though Robert Downey Jr. is an amazing actor, and I'm sure that he's going to do a good job in this role, I have no doubts about that. I feel like there's more to this casting. I feel like, besides him being a good actor, I feel like there has to be some kind of angle here. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, as of right now, we know very little of this movie. We don't know what they're gonna do with Doctor Doom, so it's just all speculations at this point. We're just gonna have to, wait and see until we get more information and see how it all plays out. And maybe they know what they're doing, like maybe they're onto something. Like, again, who knows? We're just gonna have to wait and see. And I think that would be a good place to end the video. This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot. More content will be coming out soon, but until then, take care, everyone.